see you again. Remember, this month we're talking about angels. And we're going to talk about how angels came to some people that you might not have expected them to come to. Now, why do I say that? Well, it turns out that back in Jesus' time, shepherds were not well thought of people. Now, why do I say that? Well, it turns out shepherds were kind of low-class folks. They spent their time out in the open air with a bunch of sheep, and sheep are kind of stinky. And because sheep are kind of stinky and the shepherds kind of hung out with them all the time, the shepherds were also kind of stinky. And so folks didn't think a whole lot of that. And so shepherds weren't well thought of. Well, isn't it just amazing how God thought, who am I going to tell that my son Jesus has been born? Now, Jesus was born, as you know, in a stable, in a manger with the animals, because there wasn't enough room in the inn for him to be able to be there with them. So he wasn't born in a palace. He wasn't born in a rich man's house. He wasn't even born in a simple inn where people spent the night when they traveled. There wasn't room. And there were so many people in Bethlehem with the night he was born that he ended up in a manger. Well, angels could have gone to anybody in Bethlehem. Oh my goodness sakes. Remember, these folks were all related to Mary and Joseph's family. They all had to go back to their birthplace. They all had to go back where they were from. And Joseph and Mary were going back to where Joseph's family was from. Did the angels go to any of them? Nope. The angel did not. Gabriel went out into the open fields where the shepherds were, those stinky shepherds. And he went to them, scared them to death, because they surely were not expecting an angel to show up. But the angel Gabriel says, don't be afraid. I want to tell you some really good news. I want to tell you something that nobody else knows. And I'm telling you so that you can be glorifying God. And then next thing you know, there were a whole bunch of angels there. And the angel said, the Messiah has been born. The Son of God has been born. And he is in a manger. If you will go, you will find him lying in a manger. And then the angels, they couldn't hold it in themselves. They just started praising God. And they were saying, glory to God in the highest, and on earth, peace, goodwill toward men. Not goodwill towards the Israelite people, not goodwill only to you shepherds, not goodwill only to the people in Bethlehem, but goodwill to all people, to all men, meaning men and women, and children, kids, you. Good news to us. Well, the angels went away, and the shepherds couldn't take it. They couldn't just sit there. They jumped up and they ran to Bethlehem, which wasn't very far, and they found baby Jesus in the manger. And they praised God and they worshiped him, and they worshiped that baby because they knew it was the Son of God. Can you imagine having seen that yourself? How exciting that would be? Well, they surely were excited. And as this season of Christmas comes to a close, let's remember how excited we should be that we know about Jesus being born, and that Jesus was born for you, and Jesus was born for me, and Jesus is God's love for everyone. That is our big idea, that he was born for everybody, not just the people back then, but for everybody born since then and born in the future. That's pretty exciting. I hope you remember that. God's love is for everyone. Jesus was the expression of God's love for us. Well, I'll see you next week. We're going to be starting a whole new year, aren't we? So we'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.